Okay. Oh, hi, Brenda.
Hello, hello. Great to be.
Hello. Okay, Shelly, Krista. There's your better half, Rob, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, Chris, and Fern. Okay, I'm sure we'll get more. But this is surely enough. Okay, so what I was thinking of is doing a few knee things, some knee strengtheners tonight. In terms of knees, let's see, can I start talking now? Well, it's 5:29. I'm going to start talking so we can start practicing at 5:30. So basically, when it comes to knees, yoga is really good for your knees because the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes all support knee function. And then also, pretty much any pose we do with bent knees strengthens the knees. So there's all sorts of good stuff for knees. Now, of course, that means that implies that the form is good, that your knees, you're not putting your knees over your toes, you're keeping it right above the ankle or behind. Yeah, but there's a few things we can do tonight that really focus on knees, and I think that would be kind of a good thing to do tonight. Okay, so let's begin. So getting on our mats, it's exactly 5:30. So coming onto your mat, if you're not already there. All right, coming in a nice seated pose. Okay, blocking the vision of my clock here. There, now I see it. Okay, so coming here, just kind of side to side, lifting one sitting bone and the other, just really kind of opening up your base. If you want to, you can close your eyes and feel that. Feel how you're pressing down on one side and then the other. And then if you want to add some more, draw your navel back while you're doing this to engage your core. There, and then just settle into your base. Gently press your palms to your inner knees. Okay, make sure that the elbows are dropped right below your shoulders. And all I want you to feel is a little lifting of your heart, not a pressing forward of the chest, more like a lifting of the center of your chest. It's really subtle. Now drop your chin slightly toward your chest. Okay, pretend it's on a tabletop, slide it back toward your throat, feel the back of the neck open, the base of your skull. Now drop your shoulders. Breathing here, just feeling the torso move with your breath. Also feeling the inner thighs release and relax. Yeah, just let those inner thighs release, okay? So we're not used to being seated in this position during the day, so give those inner thighs a chance to release here. Now take your right ear to your right shoulder. Oh, nice. Keep that here, and if you want more, if you want to add on, not necessary, but if you want to, take your left arm out, turn the palm behind you and the pinky forward, feel that arm bone rotate in the shoulder, and then draw that arm behind you, bend your elbow, take the top of your hand into your back body, drop the left shoulder, and take the right ear a little closer to your ear. We just put a bind in this. As I said, not necessary. Unlock your jaw. You can open your mouth. Feel how your eyeballs soften here. Okay, now take your right hand to the part of your skull that's facing your ceiling and just gently press it toward your ear a little more, really gently. So you don't want to create kind of a fight or an argument with these muscles. You're just coaxing them. Just coaxing them. Stay here, soften your right shoulder, breathe. And if your eyes are closed, you're probably going to feel some nice release in the eyeballs. Take your right fingertips to the floor next to you, to your mat. Lift the head to center. Release the bind. Okay. Place your palms to your inner knees again. Drop those elbows. Okay. Kind of lift the heart center, kind of diagonally up towards your ceiling. It's more internal. It's not like you're pushing your chest forward, right? You're just lifting it. Now take your chin down a bit. Slide it back towards your throat. Okay. And now drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. Getting the other side of your neck here. Deep breaths to release some neck tension. Now, those of you who want to bind, take the right arm out. Turn the palm behind you, then up toward the ceiling. Pinky up, forward. Draw the arm back. Bend the elbow. Press the top of the hand into your back body. You can even kind of scooch it over toward your waist if you want. Now drop that right shoulder. And maybe you can drop the left ear some more. Yeah, just give yourself some time here to let those muscles release. And then for those of you who want a little more, you can take your left hand to the right side of your head and gently push, just a little push. So, we're not setting up any conflict in those muscles. We're just coaxing them to open them up some more. Again, that nice feeling in the eyeballs. And then release the right fingertips to the floor. Release the bind if you have it. Place your palms to your inner thighs or inner knees. And let's begin some nice rotations of the spine within the pelvic floor here, moving around. Again, drawing your navel back towards your spine, noticing how that circular motion of your shoulders and your torso is related to a circular motion in your core, in your abdominal and lower back muscles. Now take it to center and then reverse the circles. Now let your head flop. One more circle. And then bring it back to center. Okay. Okay, now press your right palm into your right inner thigh, just above the knee. And then take your left arm, swing it over toward the left side of your body. And then press into that right hand as you turn your belly button toward the left inner thigh. Oh, yeah, we're getting a spinal twist already. Stay here. Now take your right hand to the top of your left thigh. Walk your left fingers back. Draw your right elbow in close to your torso. And now press into that right hand to get some more twist. Now add a deep belly breath. Push on through the twist. Make your belly move. And release this twist, coming back to center. All right, now take the right fingertips to the side. I can't remember what we did with that left. Maybe take that one to the side of the leg. Sorry, guys. And then turn your belly button to the right. Oh, take the right fingertips a little behind you. Okay, so we're just beginning to twist. Doesn't really matter what we do with the arms. We're still doing the same thing with the twist. Now take the left palm to the top of your right thigh. And before you press that palm into the thigh, draw that elbow in close to you. Now press and turn some more. Wring out the spine. Wring it out. Now at a deep belly breath, you're going to have to push through a very twisted torso to do that. And release back to center. Okay, first knee exercise. Okay, left leg comes forward. Bend your right knee and take that foot. Oh, I'm looking, it's about a foot from my buttocks. Okay, now lift the foot off the ground. Okay, hang on to the thigh, just kind of grab around it and take the foot to the right and the left. Try not to move the knee too much while you do this, just to the right and the left. Okay, release that, bend the other leg, grab the thigh, and then you're just like windshield wipers with the feet, side to side. I know it doesn't feel like much, but this is really healthy for the knee. And back to center. All right, both legs come straight. Okay, flex your heels. Feel your sitting bones, feel your back nice and straight. Take your fingertips next to your legs, draw your navel back, start walking your fingertips forward. Try to keep the back as straight as possible, as long as possible. Here comes those hamstrings opening. Now, if the knees bend when you're coming down, that is absolutely fine. Okay, now once you get down as deeply as you can go, just soften round the back and just let the front body fall into front body, torso into the front of your legs. Seated forward fold. So just imagine if the floor was underneath our feet now and we were standing, this would be called a standing forward fold, right? Now, as you breathe, let the torso soften and naturally fall a little bit closer to the legs. Don't force it. Let the breath make it really soft and release. Take your hands to your shins or to the tops of your ankles. Straighten your arms. Look forward. Bend your elbows back a little bit and just press your heart forward here. Press your heart forward. I'm going to go sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of coming forward here, using a little bit of strength to take myself forward a bit. And the back is straight for this one. And release here. Come on up. All right, now bring yourself to a table pose. Spreading your fingers out, pressing into the edges of your palms, lifting your belly to your spine. Look back at your knees, make sure they're dropped right underneath your hip bones. All right, press into the mat until you feel the energy run up the arms. Okay, push down into the palms as if you want to press right through your mat. Okay, feel that? Now bend your elbows back a little bit. Lift your hips, drop your udders, heart comes forward. Lift from the crown of the head, cow pose. All right, let's take the cow pose deeper if you want. Press into the bottom edges of your palms deeply, deeply. You're going to feel that probably in the chest and the shoulders. Now, feel as if you want to drag the bottoms of your palms toward your knees, and at the same time, you want to push your heart forward. So you get this incredibly nice isometric move. Release that and come into a nice cat with a rounded back. Drop your head, tuck your tail under. All right, let's get the neck again while we're here. So the head is just hanging between your two arms. Okay, they're like two posts. Press into the palms. Feel those arms nice and strong, but relax the head some more. Take your chin to your chest. Then release it. Turn your head to the right.
and then gently to the left, and then to the right, to the left, back to center. Take your chin to your chest to open the back of your neck. Look back there. You can see your feet. Curl your toes forward. Press into the toe pads. Curl your tail a little bit more, and then begin to press forward into the palms and draw your back, your hips toward your heels. Now, with your hips toward your heels, I want you to press the hips down toward the toes to open up the under sides of your toes. Drop your elbows straight down to the mat. Don't lift your torso, just lift your tail a little bit and look just forward enough where you see the front edge of your mat. Fingers are spread apart. Press deeply into the palms. Now press into the elbows. Lift your heart a little more. Feel how you get this in the mid-back. Now glide forward and come up to table again. Uncurl your toes. Another cow as you lift your tail. Drop your belly. Send your heart forward. Another cat as you round. Inhale, another cow. Exhale, another cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And back to table pose. Take your knees out to the sides of your mat, big toes together. Lift your belly. Send your hips back toward your feet. And slide your hands forward, letting your torso drop as close to the mat as you can get it. Some of you may actually touch the mat. Few deep breaths here. Take it into the groin, the arms, the spine. And then walk your hands back toward you. Bring your knees in under your hips again. Find table pose again. Okay, now take your hips all the way to the right. Swing your butt all the way to the right, as far over as you can get it. You're going to feel it at the side of your hip, at the side of your thigh. Now, walk your hands, keep your hips right there. Walk your hands 1 or 2 little steps, little to the left. Now, push your right hip all the way back toward the right back corner of your mat. Feel the glutes open here. Nice. Let it settle. Now walk your hands a little bit more to the left. And then a little bit more. Nice lateral stretch for the spine. Drop your elbows. Breathe here. Now your elbows probably won't touch the ground. If they do, that's fine. And if they don't, that's fine. Breathe so deeply that you feel the right rib cage open with the breath. Lift your hips. Walk your hands back to your mat. Come back into table pose again. Okay, so you're in a nice square table pose here. Now simply shift your hips to the left, not back, just straight to the left. Okay, so you start to feel the outer edge of that hip opening. Okay, now 1 or 2 little steps to the right with your hands. Now press forward toward the hands, and that left hip draws back toward the back left corner of your mat. Get that back as far back as you can get it. Drop your head. Now walk your hands another 1 or 2 or 3 little steps to the right, just to open that left side body. Soften the elbows, drop your head, breathe here. Relax the back of your neck. So it's an intense stretch, right? So sometimes the body has this kind of, alert response. Let that alert response soften. And lift up, come back to table pose. All right, curl your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Okay, walk your dog. You can knead your feet into your mat, bending one knee and the other, keeping your belly lifted while you do this. Okay, and then start to settle, pushing the chest up and back towards your thighs, dropping your head. Fingers are spread. You're using the palms to push forward in order to drive the hips up and back. So spine is super long, arms are super long, legs are super long. You got your whole body really opened up with this. Lift your belly, bend your knees, come onto your tippy toes. Press forward into the palms to drive your chest back towards your legs. Release your head, drop it. Now soften the heels toward your mat. Take your left foot in, just off center. Right leg comes straight up. Drop the left heel and push the chest back toward the left thigh. So the hips are facing the mat now. Lift that right heel toward the ceiling. You're going to feel the right glutes and begin to pulse the right heel toward the ceiling. Keep your belly pulled up toward your spine. Breathe through these. All right, lift the leg a little more. Turn your hips to the left. Lift the right ankle to the ceiling. Oh, feel the left leg open up in the inside. Okay, press deeply into your left palm and push deeply into the mat. Push the mat away from you. Yeah, that's going to keep your left shoulder open here so you don't load too much onto it. Lift the right ankle some more and give it some pulses to the ceiling. Nice and controlled, slow. Keep the leg lifted. Turn your hips so they're facing the mat. Keep that right leg lifted, everyone. Just float your torso forward slowly. Stop when your shoulders are over your wrists. Press more deeply into the hands. Nice. You want some more? Those of you who want to add on, bend the right knee, take it to the right elbow, send the leg back. Now take the knee to the left elbow toward it and back, to the right and back, to the left and lift it up. Three-legged dog again. Look toward the front of your mat. Right foot comes forward between your hands. Okay, so already we're starting with strengthening the knee. Okay, the right knee in this case. So knee is over the ankle or behind it, just not in front of it toward the toes. Look down at your toes. Speaking of your toes, lift all 10 of them off the mat and spread them out as much as you can. Splay them as much as you can, and then press them back down into the mat. Shimmy your left toes back. To widen this stance, you're going to feel the left inner thigh ignite. Now, squeeze your left butt cheek. Squeeze it some more. You got it. Some more. Keep the squeeze in the butt cheek and press the left heel back toward the back of your mat. Okay, listen up. Take the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Okay, reach forward with the right arm. And then lift that arm up to the ceiling to turn your body and rotate in this lunge. Now bend the elbow and draw toward your back. Lift it to the ceiling again, bring it forward and down next to your foot. Okay, straighten everything out. Now, keep that left leg nice and strong. It's still straight. Push your hips forward a bit. You're going to get the left hip flexor here and look forward. Now look down to the mat and come back a little bit. Rock back a little bit. Now rock forward a little bit. Look up, push into those toes. Use those toes back there to do this. Release a little bit. And come forward a little bit. Drop your knee to the mat and the top of your foot. Come to the fingertips, lift your torso, push your torso forward to get the left hip flexor. Curl the toes behind you, lift that knee again. And now begin to straighten your right knee, hips draw back. We're coming into pyramid pose, everyone. Walk your hands back. Okay, so right underneath you is your right thigh, right? Draw that right hip toward the center. Don't let it jut out to the right. And now bend your elbows back and drop your forehead toward the leg. And now you've got those hamstrings lit up right underneath you here. Bend the front knee, come forward. All right, look back at your left foot. Turn it out about 45 degrees. Get your feet on 2 different tracks here for balance. And come on up, warrior one. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, reach forward from warrior one. Take your hands down to the mat. Look back at your left toes, turn them forward, rock forward and back, and lift that back leg into a T pose. All right, now unless you have a mirror in front of you, or to the side of you, I should say, you're not really going to know whether or not that leg is in one parallel, position relative to the floor, but just kind of think it. Now, think that that's where you want it to be. You want your torso and your leg parallel to the floor. Now, lift your belly and feel as if you're lifting your torso up and off your right hip. Those of you who want to move into half moon can open your hips to the left, flex that left heel, get a lot of energy in your core, possibly even lifting that left arm. Otherwise, stay in your T pose, that's fine. Come back into the T pose, half mooners. Now listen up. Bend your right knee a bit. Now bend your left knee, swing it forward, and kiss your knees at center. Oh, feel the right hip work. Back into a T pose. Another little Shiva squat. Bend the right knee, push the butt back, left knee comes forward. Send it to a T pose again. Look toward the back of your mat. Bend your right knee as you push your left foot back and down into your mat. Look for a warrior pose again with the legs, a foundation. Come on up, warrior one. And then, of course, once you get up there, you can kind of rearrange things. Make sure you're using that back leg. You want to squeeze that left butt cheek, send the energy down it to the outer edge of the foot. Okay, right arm comes forward and down. Place the top of that hand in the right inner thigh. Press them into one another. Draw your navel back so you're nice and strong and supported here. Now, left arm comes back, takes the torso with it. That right leg stays put. Turn the left palm to the ground. Release the right arm. You're in warrior two. Turn your head to the right. Middle finger is your drishti. I should say beyond the middle finger. It's not the middle finger. It's just beyond the tip of the middle finger. Rotate the right palm up. Lose that left arm. Scoop the right arm up and over. Oh, there's the right rib cage again. Soften the left. Yeah, see if you can dip back just a little more.
Back to warrior two. Now, look at your foot at the front of your mat. Turn it so that it's facing the edge, the side, and then come into a nice wide V position. All right, halfway down, hinging from your hips. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Take your arms behind you, look down, relax your neck, and then push your palms up to the ceiling, just pulsing. Pulse them up to the ceiling. Now bring them out to the side, turn the palms facing the ground again, lift up into star pose. Now come down, all the way down, inversion time. Dropping your head, releasing your neck. Oh, just feel that nice inversion of gravity. Full deep breaths here. Take your palms under your head, straighten your arms to lift. Walk your hands forward. We're coming into a wide dog now. Press into every single finger and they're spread apart. You're using both hands. Draw back. Let your head come between your arms. Let your heart push back between your legs. It won't really go all the way back there, but that's the aim. Glide forward. Walk your hands back. Okay, turn your feet out and your heels in, bend your knees, and come up to a wide squat. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra. All right, so what we're going to do is just press into the hands and lift the elbows. Come down a little deeper. Okay, so you're in a really strong squat here. Now, come up to your tippy toes and down. Heels come up and down. Not easy. Heels come up and down. Heels come up and down. Sit a little deeper. Press your palms into one another. Lift your elbows. Feel the chest. Oh, yeah. Feel the shoulders. Rotate those fingers toward you. Keep pressing the palms into one another. Let's get the wrist, carpal tunnel stuff. Get that area nice and open. And then fingertips up. Keep pressing, 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 hands into one another. Now fingertips forward. There you can see your inner wrists. Bring them toward you, elbows away. Now that mudra again. Now straighten the legs. Come forward, hinge from the hips all the way down here. Another inversion, drop your head. Palms into the shins and straighten the arms to lift. Right hand underneath your face. Fingertips or palm into the ground. Okay, now feet are facing forward. Bend your right knee. Lift your left arm. If you want more, take your right hip toward your right heel. If you took that hip toward the heel, release it. Straighten that right leg. Left hand takes the place of the right. Bend the left knee. Right arm comes up. Those of you who want more, take that left hip toward the left heel a bit. Get more of the inner thigh working. And release here. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay, no. Turn your right foot toward the front of your mat. Sorry, we'll get to that, something I have in mind later. Take your hands to the sides of your feet. Lift your heel off the ground behind you. Turn those left toes forward. And then take the, oh, I know, we need to do pigeon, excuse me. Take the foot, left foot, right foot in front of you toward the left side of your mat and drop your knee toward the right. So come into pigeon pose, in other words, and then send that left leg back. See, I threw so much in the middle of there, I almost forgot. All right. If you don't like pigeon this way, you can get on your back, take your ankle over the top of your left thigh, right knee to the side if you're on your back. So come on down if you're on the ground. Level those hips before you drop weight. And slowly come out of your pigeon pose. Curl your back toes, lift that knee, squeeze the left butt cheek, press into the palms, lift your torso, right leg comes back, and bring it into a nice plank pose here. Okay, so very often people in plank pose have a lot of awareness in the chest and the shoulders, everything up front there that's working. But if you push your heels back, you can use some of that leg strength here. And of course, lift your belly. Press deeply into the hands. Push the mat away from you. Yeah, keep it here, keep it here. Now lift the hips, down dog. So you can either walk your dog or you can wag your tail, lifting your belly, shifting your hips from right to left. That feels good too. All right, then just settle into it. Take your right foot in towards center. Root that foot into your mat. Lift the left leg. All right, flex the left heel. Take it a little closer to the ceiling and pulse up there. Pulse right at the top. Okay, and you keep pressing forward into the hands, driving your chest back. Don't float forward in this. All right, lift it a little higher. Turn and open your hips to the left. Lift your ankle toward the ceiling. Little more and pulse right there. Press firmly into your right hand, driving the mat away from you. Keep the right shoulder nice and strong. Lift it a little higher. Shift your hips and your body so you're facing your mat. Keep that left leg lifted. Glide your body forward and stop when your shoulders are either over your wrists or just almost there. Bend your left knee to your left elbow and send that leg back again. If you don't like this, just stay in the other one with, in this. Okay, now the right elbow straight back. You can just stay like this. Okay, left and right. And then bring it back up into a three-legged dog again. Press your chest back, hands forward. Nice, nice. Look at the front of your mat. Bring your left foot forward between your hands this time. Okay, feel the right toe pads pressing into the mat. Shimmy them toward the back. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Press your right heel back. Okay, right leg is nice and strong here. Keep it that way. Right hand comes next to your left foot. Reach out with your left arm. Reach out some more. Okay, soften up that shoulder, that left shoulder. Reach out some more. Now lift it to the ceiling, and it's going to turn your torso to the left. Now try to shift that left hip towards center. Don't let it jut out. Now bend the elbow and draw it back, giving a little twist in your torso. Now bring that arm forward and down again. Okay.
Now straighten your left leg for pyramid pose. Walk your hands back. Bend your elbows back, drop weight down toward that leg. Feel that beautiful opening for the hamstrings. Now bend your left knee, come forward. Drop your right knee to the ground, top of the right foot. Come to the fingertips and lift your torso. And now press your hips forward, feeling this in the right hip flexor. Release that. Curl your right toes. Lift your right knee. Okay, turn that foot out to a warrior stance. Get your feet on two separate tracks here before you come up. Come on up, warrior one. Now reach forward here. Okay, this time swing your arms back. Palms are facing each other. This time we pulse with the palms facing each other rather than up toward the ceiling. And swing your arms forward and lift. Now bring your left arm forward. Take the top of that hand to the inner thigh. That hand, that arm is going to keep that leg staying right where it's at as you really lift up and draw that right arm back behind you. Torso turns. Now turn that right palm down toward the ground. Now release the left arm and you're in a full warrior two. All right, now shift your left foot forward and bring your legs together. Okay, now bring your arms forward a bit. Take your feet about hip distance apart. Come down in chair pose. Turn the palms away from one another. Bring your arms back. Bend your elbows, intertwine your fingers, press your knuckles back, and sit a little deeper. The chair's a little lower, and a little lower. Now, just begin to take your torso down toward your thighs as you take your knuckles up toward the ceiling. Okay, you're still sitting in a chair. Okay, but you're squished down, your torso squished down toward your thighs or into them. Now straighten the legs. Now sit in a chair, knuckles are facing back. Now take the arms forward and lift. Now come forward here. Palms into the mat. Walk your feet back. Take your left knee forward behind your wrist, and then your left foot toward the side of your mat. We're going to do pigeon on the left side now. Send your right leg straight back. If you're on your back, you have your left ankle at the top of your right thigh and you grab underneath your right thigh, bring it toward you. If you're facing the ground in your traditional pigeon, come down slowly. Keep those hips nice and level to the floor. And just release into it. Try to keep awareness within your body. And slowly come up. Curl those right toes under, lift the right knee, press into the palms as you lift your torso and send your left leg back. Walk it to the center of your mat. Okay, and I want to do a little knee thing before we get down. Okay, so you can either bring your hands to your hips, or you can just have your arms out if that helps you with balance. This is what we're going to do. Probably forward is the best way. Okay, for you to see me. So you take a bend in your knees. Okay, first we're going to work on the left knee. So you really want to think about bringing stability into that knee and keeping it facing forward. So in other words, don't let it shift around. So we're going to take the right foot to 12 o'clock and then to 3 o'clock and then to 6 o'clock. So you're bending a little more, and then to 9 o'clock and then to 6 and then 3 o'clock, 12. Okay, bend the right knee, stabilize it, it's facing forward. Okay, left leg, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or as close as you can get. 6 o'clock, 9, 12. Okay, going to the left knee again, same thing. Here we go. In front, side, back, swing it over, back. You just try to be as controlled as you can, side and forward, not easy. Okay, right knee, stabilize it. 12, 9, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12 in front. And there it is. All right, inhale up. Swan dive forward. Forward fold. Forward fold. Monkey pose. Pick up that belly. Push the hips back. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Swing the arms forward and lift. And come on down again. Bring the arms up. So we're not quite doing a full waterfall. We're doing it more slowly, more controlled. Up. Now bring the arms to the side. And up. Side again. Exhale. And up. Exhale to the side. Ready to put it together. Waterfall. Up. Side. Up. Waterfall. Got it? Up. Side. And up. Waterfall. One more. To the side. Up. Down and stay there. Oh yeah, knees are bent. Just dangle. Head dangles in front of the knees, arms to the sides. All right. Grab a hold underneath your thighs. Give your thighs a big hug with your arms and squeeze your belly into your thighs. Drop your head. Release your arms. Release your head. Turn your head from right to left, nice and easy. Back to center. Feel the bottoms of both feet. Press into them. Here we go. We're coming up. Once you get up, bring those shoulders up easily to the ears. Bring them back behind you. Ooh, feel the shoulder blades come together. Drop them down.
Inhale up. A soft Namaste Mudra this time. Bring it to your heart. And then drop your forehead and your elbows. All right, let's get on our backs. We need to stretch it out a bit. All right, bring those knees to your chest. Oh, yeah. All right, soles of the feet together, knees to the outside. Drop your feet to the ground. Let your knees drop to the sides. Okay, if this bothers your lower back, slide your heels away from your buttocks a bit. Bring your arms in cactus pose. So arm bones coming straight out from the shoulders, 90-degree angles at the elbows. Yeah, and just restore here. Feel that energy of your breath. All right, bring your knees together. Pick them up towards your chest. Get a hold of your shins, one hand on each shin, and just drive your thighs into your torso. Try to keep your lower back connected to the ground versus lifting it. Nice. Okay. Now, soles of the feet together again, knees to the sides. Hands come together, get that little basket that you're going to place underneath your skull, nestle it in there, elbows out to the sides, nice and open. Draw your navel down, 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 down. Feel the lower back make contact to the mat. Lift the face straight up to the ceiling, straight up, straight up, straight up. There's the upper abs. Pulse. Now listen, if you want more, every time you lift the face to the ceiling, press the feet into one another. Then you get some inner thigh work at the same time as abdominal work. Stay lifted with the face. Open the legs to the sides, as open as you can with flexed heels. Lift again, a little higher. Okay, now listen, bring the legs together a bit. So a small V, listen up. When you lift your face, lift your heels to the ceiling. It's a little lift, but it's going to engage the lower abdominals big time. So you're lifting the face and the heels to the ceiling and then releasing them both. Nice deep exhales. Keep it lifted. Take your legs together. Send the right leg away from you. It's straight. Take it away from you, but not down to the ground. Now the other leg. Now the other. Head is lifted. Flex those heels. Now bend the knee and keep the other one straight and move it into bicycle. Take it back to center. Take the head to the ground, open the elbows. Okay, take your knees to your chest, send the legs out, bring them in and out and in. I'm giving you a chance to relax your neck here with the head down, but you're still getting huge abdominal workout, nice and controlled. And bring your feet to the ground, knees are bent. Open your arms in a T position. Bring your knees up to your chest. You know what? Let's give ourselves hip circles now. That was kind of intense abdominal. Let's just kind of release the lower back before we open it with a twist. All right, reverse. Yeah, just soften it up here. There we go. There we go. Chin to the chest, arms open into T position, and the right leg comes over the left. Soften those shoulders. Let the legs fall to the left slowly. Let them drop into the ground. And because you're home, you can take a pillow or something and put them under there if they don't touch the ground. And if you don't want to do that now, remember that for next time. It's good to have a couple pillows handy. All right, just breathe here. Soften the left shoulder. Huge rotation. Draw your navel back. Take your legs back to center. Uncross. Rock your hips side to side. Rock your hips toward the bottom of your mat to lengthen and to straighten your spine. Okay, that's the goal of this move. Before we twist the spine to the other direction, we'll get it nice and straight. Okay, bend the elbow, soften those shoulders. Left leg over the right, slowly. Legs come to the right side this time. Once you're there, make sure you soften into the right shoulder. Then add some nice deep breaths. Draw your navel back, squeeze your legs together, bring your legs back to center, uncross them, and then just side to side with the legs or circles, whatever feels good, release. All right, cross at the ankles, kick your feet up to the ceiling, come on up to seated, and then roll it over and come down, belly down. So front body facing the earth, crocodile pose. You want to stack your palms and you want your feet to be toed in. All right. And so restorative poses are all about restoring, right? Kind of getting rid of any tension. So in this position, you just want to really relax into it. All right. Lifting up, taking your elbows into the mat directly under your shoulders. So your arms should be parallel. Spread your fingers apart. Okay, Sphinx pose. Now, you'll notice that in this position, you have access to your lower back, right? So this is a lower back toner we're going to do. Press deeply into your palms and into your arms. Press deeply. You're going to feel that up in the shoulders and in the arms. Now, as you press deeply into the arms, push your chest forward. Just push it forward. It's not going to move much, but just feel as if you're pressing your heart forward. Now, at the same time, feel as if you're dragging your hands back. So heart forward, hands dragging back, but they're stuck in the mat. Release that and drop your head. Okay, again, Sphinx pose. And then that fired up Sphinx pose, press into the hands, the elbows, drag them back as you press your heart forward. You also get this in the back, right? Not only the lower back, but upper back. And release. All right, now come down, bring your palms chest level. Feet are still toed in, legs are hip distance or closer. Closer might be better for cobra pose. All right, slowly. You know what? Let's go into a child's pose right here just to release that lower back. Just because we did that intense sphinx. Just a little one. And then come back forward. There we go. Just to release it. All right. Now, head is lifted. You're looking straight down at your mat. You're going to keep the neck in this nice position the whole way, not drawing the back of your skull back while you're doing this. Lift your pubic bone, round it to your belly, drop it down again. Now, as you peel your front body slowly off your mat, concentrate on pressing into the hands as little as possible so you can use the back muscles instead to do the work. I'm coming up more into a back bend. Some of you like to do that. And then same thing when you come down, as you feel your front body meet the mat, take the pressing out of the hands as soon as possible. Forehead to the mat, kiss it one more time. And bring it back down. And after you give your forehead a little kiss to the mat for the second time, turn your head to the side. Arms to the side, palms up. And of course, you don't want to be gripping those arms close to your body. Take them away from your body with bent elbows so the shoulders can release. And then very, very slowly turn your head to the other side. And now bring your head back to center. And then push up into table pose. Just feel your table pose right here. Round your tail, just curl your tail down toward the ground. Feel that nice opening, lower back. And then slowly press your lower back towards your heels. And then just nestle down into your child's pose. Keep in mind, you want the shoulders to be relaxed, so that may be bending your elbows a bit more. Maybe taking your arms along the sides of your body with your palms up. That's an option. All right, and then prepare for Shavasana. Okay, so this time of year, lends itself to a nice deep Shavasana. Everything's getting dark and cold, and just get really nice and cozy in your Shavasana. Let your body settle into the earth. Okay, so just give yourself for the next, 7, 8, 9 minutes here, this time to just rejuvenate, to, just clear your body. So the worries, the obsessions, the things that, kind of are spinning in your head lately, just take those and pretend you have a little basket next to you. Just place those in the basket for now. You can always pick them up again when you're done, but for now, put them to the side. Of course, they're going to try to creep in again. Just put them back there. Now is just time for you to feel your body relaxing, to enjoy the sensations of your body relaxing. So feel the breath move your belly. Observe the movement of your belly as it rises and falls. And every time your mind takes you out of your body and into your thoughts, that's fine. That's going to happen for sure. Just recognize the thought and go back into your body. Notice how your breath moves your entire torso, not just your belly, but your rib cage, your chest. Feel as if your body is opening to receive the breath with every inhale. And then notice with your out breath, with your exhale, the body just releases that energy back to the universe. So just notice this inhale and exhale dance. Notice where your back body touches the floor, the mat, the ground. And now with every exhale, allow the body to soften and drop more deeply. And as the body softens and relaxes more, every inhale can be deeper. The body opens more and more to that breath, to the prana. Feel a deep softening in your lower back and in your buttocks, in your hips. Feel that warmth move into your legs. First the thighs, then the knees, the shins, the calves, into your feet, into every toe. It's as if you can feel the blood circulating in your legs and in your feet. Now take your awareness to your upper back, release it completely, all those muscles. Soften across the lower back, and then into the front of the upper body, the chest. Let that warmth move into your shoulders and then down into your arms, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, your hands and your fingers. Feel the warmth, the release of the arms. And again, just like the feeling of the blood flowing, the warmth. Now allowing your skull to relax, to drop more deeply into whatever is supporting it, pillow or floor. And feel the muscles of your face release, soften. And the muscles of your scalp, the top of your scalp, the sides, the back. Take all your awareness to your eyeballs. And let that energy of the eyeballs relax. And let the eyeballs simply rest in their sockets. Soften your tongue and your jaw and all the muscles of your neck. And now just feel the breath move through you. Don't control the breath, just be a body being breathed, the prana moving through you. Passive, you observe it, that's all. Feel your inner peace. Just let it flow. Feel the warmth at your heart center. Just release anything that's knotted or tight there. Let the prana move through your heart center. And just feel the heart center open, the love, the kindness, the compassion that is there. Just let that blossom. Let it be nourished by your breath and by your inner peace. Let it grow. And in tonight's Shavasana practice, if you'd like to put a prayer, intention, or sankalpa within it, you can do that now. Take that seed to your heart center. Give it the prana. Next exhale, release it. All right. Beginning your transition. And then just gently rolling to your side. And then slowly making your way to seated pose. Arms out to the sides, palms up, open up the heart. Bring the arms back just a bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Namaste. You're welcome. Okay, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be back.
Oh, good to have you back, Brenda. Bye,
Good night,
everyone.
Laura.
Bye, Shelley.